Hi, I'm Brian Darling, Director of Senate Relations for the Heritage Foundation, and I'm here to talk to you today about reconciliation and health care. The Senate and House and the President are sitting down trying to figure out how to pass this ObamaCare bill, and Democrat leaders in the House and Senate and the President have come up with a plan called reconciliation to pass the bill. Now, this is an unusual procedure. It's used as part of the budgetary process, and it's a way for them to get around the filibuster in the Senate where they would need a supermajority of 60 votes to pass their bill. This is offensive for many reasons. First and foremost, this is an end around the American people. Numerous polls indicate that there's overwhelming opposition to this Obamacare proposal with the average American. And look what happened in Massachusetts. In early January, the people of the liberal state of Massachusetts elected a candidate, Scott Brown, who is running on a campaign of going to Washington, D.C. and being the 41st vote to obstruct and block Obamacare. Bottom line is the American people don't want this bill, yet members of Congress, elites in Washington, D.C. have come up with a plan to do an end around the American people. Many refer to this as the nuclear option, because what will happen is once Democrats move forward with this, it's going to be a complete breakdown of comedy in the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives. Back in 2005, Senator Barack Obama denounced this exact process, the use of the nuclear option to get around the filibuster in the Senate, and said this was not envisioned by our founding fathers.
That is now prompting, a change in the Senate rules that really, I think, would change the character of the Senate forever. And what I worry about would be that you essentially have still two chambers, the House and the Senate, but you have simply majoritarian absolute power on either side. And that's just not what the founders intended.
Now let's put this complicated procedure in perspective. In the early 70s, Congress set up something called the reconciliation procedure to make sure that the budget was in balance every year. Now clearly we don't have a balanced budget these days, but what the reconciliation process is used for is to make sure that the projected amount of money the federal government spends lines up with the projected amount of deficit that they're going to end up with at the end of the year. So this is a process that's been used over the years traditionally for tax measures, for entitlement measures, and for debt limit increases. But that's not happening in this case. This is an unprecedented and remarkable abuse of power by the leadership in the House and Senate, because what they're doing is they're taking a reconciliation measure and they're using it to amend a bill that has yet to even pass Congress. It's a very complicated procedure, but the bottom line is the Senate's passed a bill, it's gone over to the House, and they're using reconciliation to amend that bill which has yet to pass Congress. Both those bills are going to end up going to the President. The President's going to have to sign them in a specific order, some call it a trick, to make sure that this is all compliant with existing law. But the bottom line in this debate is Congress needs to take Obamacare and scrap it, start over from scratch, have real negotiations between Republicans and Democrats where they both bring their best ideas to the table and work out a bipartisan solution. For more videos like this, log on to fixhealthcarepolicy.com.